So we've discussed in the past couple of videos how to reduce your workers' comp experience modifier, and that the only two variables in your mod are your payroll and your claims. We've discussed claims, and in another video we'll talk about safety and safety culture and best practices. So in this video we're going to focus on payroll. Now payroll figures may seem like a pretty simple thing. How can payroll get fouled up, you might be asking? It's pretty simple, right? Well, unfortunately, it's wrong. The payroll that makes its way into your mod is based on your annual workers' comp payroll audit. And in my experience, there are several ways this can go sideways and often does. Here's just a few of the most common examples. The first are the class codes. On occasion, an auditor may add a class code which is really not correct for your operation. But more often, it's the fact that the auditor allocates payroll to an incorrect class code. Something as simple as taking a portion of your clerical payroll and allocating it to outside sales. Both codes have a fairly low rate, but outside sales is 2.5 times the rate of clerical in New York. In other instances, we've seen the difference between where the payroll went into the wrong code and it was 20 times the rate. This not only will cost you unnecessarily more in audit premium, but also in the mod. And remember, errors in the mod can stick with you for up to 4 years. Second, along the same lines of using the wrong class code at an audit, we've seen in some prospects policy the wrong code being deployed in the actual policy. This is due to an agent setting up an account when the insured was a startup and getting it wrong then, or the insured's operations changed over time and were never adjusted properly. Again, the wrong code can be a costly error in your policy and in your modifier. Third are subcontractors. At the time of the audit, if you do not have all the certificates of insurance for all your subcontractors available, and they include workers' comp insurance, you'll get charged for the total cost of the subcontract work as payroll. That means the sub's payroll, materials, overhead, and profit are all includable as payroll in your audit, and you'll be paying through the nose for this error. You fix that by making sure you have all the certs for the right time frame in hand for all of your subs prior to the audit taking place. The fourth example are technical errors, like not capping some payrolls as allowed by the comp board rules, and including some remuneration like tips or a company car, which are includable for tax purposes, but not includable for workers' comp purposes. Also, overtime comes into play here where only the straight time is includable and not the overtime component. If each of these areas are not clearly illustrated in your books and records, the auditor is typically not going to take the time to figure it out, and they'll just charge you more than you should be. As you can see, there are numerous ways an audit or a policy can be incorrectly structured, which will lead to overcharges. Often these overcharges appear not only in your policy, but they'll show up as anomalies in your modifier, which can only multiply the problem in overcharges. How do you fix that? It's really about preparation, and we have a simple 10-point checklist that helps you properly prepare for audits. If you'd like a copy, drop me a quick email, which you can find in the comment section below, and I'd be happy to send it to you. 2 final points. Always get the auditor's worksheets and permit the auditor to share these worksheets with your agent or broker. These are necessary to make sure all of the audit rules are followed properly. And number 2, one of the most frequent reasons why experience mods are wrong is because audit information is not communicated from your insurer up to the rating board. How do I know that? Because when we pull the mod worksheets, we'll see zeros for payroll in certain years. And this has a tremendous impact on your mod and can blow it way out of proportion. Here's the bottom line. Workers' comp and the experience rating mod are complex. It's not as simple as rate times payroll equals premium. And that's why you need an expert skilled and schooled in this area to get you the lowest cost and maintain the lowest cost possible. I'm an expert in this field and have been studied and applied my knowledge in workers' comp safety and the experience mod process and with my clients for the past 30 years plus. If you're frustrated by your workers' comp program, claims, complacency of your broker, or the inaction of your broker to fix what you suspect is wrong, give me a call. I'd love to chat and see if we're a good fit for you and your firm. I promise no high pressure sales, no nonsense, just some conversation and troubleshooting. Finally, if you liked this video and found it informative, give it a thumbs up and click below and subscribe to my channel. Thanks.